it goes.
Why not give the show a call on 01413561972.
Rangers open the scoring at Pittodrie. 12 minutes of the match remaining. A stunner from Kenny Miller. Rifles it into the roof of the net.
Or send Fox a friend request on Skype at RangersRadio.online.
He's gone into the middle. McSwegan's in there too. Will he come for McSwegan? There's his header, and he scores! What a substitution! Running inside, is he going to let flies in? He scores! Good ball! Scores for Rangers! Nacho Lobo with one kick of the ball to take Rangers to Manchester. Rangers are coming! The Scots are heading for Manchester, and you know what? Manchester may not be big enough.
Remember, it's all about the Rangers.
Well, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox here. On the panel this evening is the one and only Bridgeman and young Ibrox. How are we doing, lads?
Evening, gentlemen.
Oh, can I say a huge good evening to the boys in the panel here, and to all the guys in the lobby, a big good evening, and to all the Rangers fans all over the world listening to every radio station and Rangers Radio. Good evening, and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are we doing, Bridge?
I'm doing very well, pal. Very well indeed. Just a bit, shall we say, low with the sort of news I heard tonight about Mr. Young Bates. A bit gutted with that. So
I mean, obviously, there's been a partner of ways. Disappointed. My information was that everything looked okay. Obviously, it was the correct. I'll have a word with Fox later about that. But I hope it is something that doesn't come back to bite us in the future, Ibrox Loyal.
Aye, it's very disappointing, mate. I thought everything would have been tidied up before the summer. We know that he's basically, I think he'll be out now for the rest of the season anyway, but it's a bit unfortunate.
As far as I'm concerned, mate, even if he was fit, he should never kick a ball for us. If it doesn't want to be
exactly,
yep. Yep, you move on. Players come and go.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, although I must admit, I'm just disappointed. I wouldn't go as far as not to let him play at all. But when he leaves Rangers with all my good wishes to him. Because obviously Rangers have not seen eye to eye with him for whatever reason. We'll never know the reason, but we need to go on, as you say. We're going on. The players can move on. Rangers will keep going.
Can I put it out there that maybe if there's talks going on, we don't know about yet, Bridge, but maybe the next guy coming in, or the plans is, maybe he didn't fit into the plans. Maybe there's plans afoot for recruitment, mate.
And how? There's no doubt about that, pal. No doubt about that.
Anyway, I'm sure that'll be one of the hottest debated subjects this evening. How about you, Ibrox? What are you thinking?
It was just a good thing, mate. Well, talking a few days ago about when people were asking about Dave King, about he's not here all the time and we need somebody to be basically running the ship. And I believe today we finally got sorted out. We had a deputy chairman now who's going to take control of the Scottish side of things while Mr. King's out of the country. So,
well, I never really understood a lot of that, because basically, as Bridge, South Africa's pretty much on the same timeline as here, isn't it, Bridge?
Roughly within an hour, yeah.
Aye, so I mean, it's not as if he's in Australia where you're making decisions in the morning and it's the middle of the night, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The world's changed, but I also agree that I think we need somebody battering away for the club, the front man for the club, and it has to become the focus for us in Scotland. Yourself, Bridge?
Yeah, I believe so. I think you're right there. Can I just as a small statement, can I read it out for the trips that maybe never heard it? You want me to read it out?
And what accent are you doing?
Any accent you want, other than South African.
On you go, mate.
It's Rangers International Football Club PLC, or RIFC, I like to call it, is pleased to announce that Douglas Park had become deputy chairman of the club. Mr. Park, now based in Scotland, has kindly made himself available to adopt a more prominent position within the club. The role of Deputy Chairman allows Douglas to assist the club by providing an important local interaction between RIFC and the executive running the football club. This appointment was requested by the Chairman, who believes that the position of a Scottish-based Deputy Chairman will assist him in the ongoing implementation of the club's business strategy. The end.
What do you think they're saying there? We need somebody local fighting my corner.
I think what's been happening is we've all moaned about it to a certain extent. His absence wasn't good, wasn't conducive to good ongoing Rangers strategies. Let's put it that way. You can't manage the whole club from abroad, and at a certain level, I would imagine at director level, you have to have someone who lives here and doing it, which is what's happening here now. Mm-hmm. And a deputy chairman is just a ticket for that. Just a ticket for it. So good luck to the guy. Good luck to them all, and I hope they make a good job of it. Excuse me, and keep the club going. You've got you got a big investment in the club as well. I think he's just below Dave King in the investment rating. So.
Yeah, and maybe they'll be looking to reinvest. Maybe that's why the position. You might maybe want a more favourable or more influential position, Ibrox, if you're going to put a few more of your shekels in.
Without a doubt, mate, and I think it's really good to have somebody based here in Scotland. I know you say that South Africa's only an hour away by Skype or whatever means that they tend to deal with things, but to have him here, we're able to...
Ibrox, it's no an hour away with Skype.
I know that. Our time, you know what I mean? But it's good to have actually somebody here in Scotland can be basically in at Ibrox near enough every day, and I think it's going to be something like that to deal with all the Scottish space side of things, as well as other things that might develop. And then Dave King can come here for the meetings that he has to come here for. I think that'll be at the end of the season, or maybe hopefully a Scottish Cup final he'll be here for, which we're all hoping for. So.
Anyway, we've been joined by Fox. How are we doing, Fox? The Captain Manny of Rangers Radio.
Evening, Pike.
Ibrox, he's talking.
Oh, we're all doomed.
He's still my name. He's still my name.
I'm Sergeant Wilson.
We're all doomed. We're all doomed.
Are you Fraser?
That'll do me.
Who was the Spiv? What was his name again?
The Spiv?
Aye, that's it.
Oh, would it be Walker? Was it Walker?
Walker.
I think Walker would be Ethan Tash.
Yeah. Aye. Fox could double up as him. How we doing, Fox?
I did ring up for him, by the way, now that you mention it. I did ring up for him.
He's a wee stash, isn't he? Fox, how we doing? What do you think of not a big deal, the club statement of the board, but I think it's a big positive move, but if he's going to be the face for the club in Scotland, hopefully it'll help us, Fox. Hopefully.
Well, he's a very good businessman, mate. He's built that company up for a long time, a long number of years, his own company, Parts, mate, and just as long as we don't end up parting the bus at Ibrox, that'll be alright with me.
I wish we'd parked the bus this season. We hadn't lost these 7 games, Fox.
Did you hear what he said, Derry? That was really good, Fox.
Oh, he's been working on that all day. All day.
He didn't park the bus. I love it. Well done, Foxy boy.
No, well, we need somebody here all the time, mate, and maybe he can help with the commercial side. He was away for Rangers there when he had a couple of health issues. Nice to see him back and willing to take on the job as deputy chairman, and it's very good, mate.
I wish him nothing but the best, and much the same as the young boy that's going out. So as one's going out, there's another one coming in at the top there. So well done, Rangers. Continuity. Maybe the opposite way right enough, but continuity nevertheless.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see what it takes us. Anyway, if people want to give us a call, what's the number, Ibrox?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Fox?
At RangersRadio.online.
And what can you talk about, Bridge?
You can talk about anything about Rangers and anything else they want to talk about. They're more than welcome.
Fox wanted a Dad's Army theme, right? I don't know how we're going to work that one.
Stupid boy.
Hi, Brooks, don't tell them your name, Pike.
You know, I have to start watching that again, seriously.
Oh, it's fantastic. I'm sure that was Captain Manning. Don't panic! Don't panic!
Who was a tune? Who do you think you are, Captain
Mr. Hitler?
By the way, for the record, it went nothing like that.
I know, my singing's atrocious, but oh well.
I think Loyal's a bit off tune right enough. Aye, good stuff.
It'll be interesting to see with the boardroom stuff. The boy Robertson, is that his name? I got that right?
That's his
Robertson.
name, yeah. He's the managing director as such, you know.
Yeah,
manager or it is.
For me, I'd like to see a bit. If he's going to do the job, I think he's got a lot of qualities, but he just needs to be higher profile and start getting in about it, Fox. We need to move on. Enough's enough. Let's take the cudgel up and take it back to them.
Aye, as I say, Donald Park's got a lot of business and commercial experience, mate, and that's a thing we're lacking at the club for me. And it sort of puts the other ones doing a peg. I take it his boy's still on the board. So I think it's a good appointment. It's a sensible appointment. As you said earlier, somebody hands-on all the time that can maybe take on some of the things that we've just passed aside, like dealing with the press and dealing with other things. So maybe that's what Donald Park will be doing, mate.
For you, Bridge?
Yeah, I think, what can you say? I don't know what to think really about it, other than I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to run the club in the absence of King. And it'll be a case of he'll just give King the nod that it's happening. I think that's what will happen. And until such times as getting close to a large board meeting or an AGM or something like that. Other than that, I can see nothing other than that boy running the club. So everybody will just go to him for the answers, and he'll provide the answers. He may be communicating in a different manner to King, with King every day, I don't know. But he'll certainly be running Rangers on a day-to-day basis, that's for sure. That's the way I see it anyway.
Maybe yourself, Ibrox?
I think it's going to be obviously the voice, leader after the park, and obviously a negotiator for all our Scottish-based side of things. And don't get me wrong, I know what you said about Mr. Robertson there, and I'm the exact same as you there, Ops. He's a good administrator. He can deal with paperwork and things like that, and things in the background. But as you say, we need a voice, and I'm sorry, but Mr. Robertson is too Mr. Nicey.
Listen, we can get an administrator for £30,000 a year. We don't need to pay 300.
No, I understand that, mate. But there is the rest of the stuff that he does in the background. But he's not got a voice, or his voice just isn't loud enough. And hopefully, this Mr. Park that's coming in will be that voice that we've been looking for in recent weeks and months. So.
Well, we'll see how it pans out. I mean, it'd be great, Fox, if it was something that we weren't talking about, the boardroom and the people that's in the boardroom. But I don't know if that'll be the case for a long, long time with our club.
Aye, that seems to be a new thing that's cropped up on the internet, where people talking about the board and the boardroom, mate, seems to be a hobby now. I notice that more and more on Rangers forums where people concentrate on the board rather than the players on the park, mate. For me personally, don't really give two monkeys what happens in the boardroom as long as the club's ran right. I'm just interested in the manager and players. That's what I pay my money to go and see, and that's the way it will always be with me.
Do you think there's been a seed change, Fox, that because of what happened in 2011/12 over that year period, or was it a year, it was about 9 months, that people will never take their eye off the ball, but because of that?
But it's all right, mate, but it's all supposition for most people, because nobody really knows what goes on in the boardroom, mate. Everybody guesses, and then they all argue at it, and to something else happens, and then they all put their opinions forward about what's happening now. But the truth is, nobody knows but those that's sitting in the boardroom. So I've never had, as I say, when
you first went, Bridge, what were yourself? How do you see it?
The board, how do you see the board running? Is that what you're meaning? Sorry, the angle, I'm getting the angle wrong here.
But do you see the fact that, look, we'd love to be talking about the board, we want to know who the CEO is, because we'd just be talking about the football, but because of what's happened to us, is it something we'll always have an eye on now?
Well, yes, but I think there will come a time when, look, there's a lot of the Bears actually didn't trust King. And they thought maybe King was in it for some ulterior motive. I think the past 3 years his activities have done well. They're still waiting on this massive amount of money coming in to the club, which some believe that King's supposed to be going to provide. I don't see it happening that way. I see money coming in, but not necessarily directly from King. But I think for a wee while we'll keep our eyes on it. But I think the trust's starting to come back again. I think a lot of the folk who thought wrongly that King was going to do the club damage might be wrong here. It might be a different way of getting finance into the club than we thought would happen. As a lot of fans thought that all the big money Bears would just come in, just pour the money in, and Rangers would just revive themselves. It isn't happening like that, as you know. Now, that may be a kind of fatal way of doing it, insofar as, would have been, insofar as the taxman chasing everybody at the club. So it might be that they're doing the right thing and they're taking the right amount of time to get us through whatever troubles and hurdles we've got to go over. And I trust King now. Certainly now that now we know it, he's far more trustable than Charles Green was. That's for sure.
Well, that's a bit of a statement. Green and white. That should have been the warning for us all. Ibrox, how do you see it, mate?
Mate, I see it being short term. This we all start to know who the directors are, or that's all we're hearing about in the background. But see that when we get back to winning trophies, winning league titles, winning Scottish Cups and League Cups, it'll all change again, mate, and we'll know as much as who's in the direct. We'll probably know who's there, obviously, because of beforehand, but we'll not be that interested in it, and not be the things that will make the back and front pages when we start becoming number one in this country again. We'll be on where we belong, and that'll be coming sooner rather than later, I believe. So I think that stuff will fade into the background once we start winning titles and that again. So just unfortunate that it's what we're hearing about just now, but it will not be forever. Short term, and then we'll get back to where we belong. So.
I don't know. The boardroom caused a big split amongst the Rangers supports, and I don't think it's healed yet. There was people that were for Ashley, and there was people that was for King, but eventually King took over. So I think we've all just got to get behind him and do our best to back him, because I don't see anybody else coming in with big swathes of money that's going to change anything. And the likes of Donald Park and the other couple of Bears, mate, that are sinking over millions of pounds into our club, I think we should appreciate it and stop having a go at them, because there's nobody else doing it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, that's why I say, in my opinion, they're to be trusted. And I, for one, most assuredly, my season ticket's already renewed, and I'm proud to say I'm a Rangers season ticket holder. I know there's been problems, and we probably still will have problems, even as young Loyal has intimated. We'll maybe go on for a few seasons having problems. But by the end of this season, we should have lifted a whole big weight off the Rangers back. And getting the shirt contract renewed with vigour come this summer will be nothing short of miraculous for us, considering what a state that was in. Just, it'd be great to see. It'd be really good to see.
Is this a step to well, obviously we're expecting announcements on share issues imminently. We don't know what's happening with the manager, which is obviously a board decision. we've got the new strip and maybe new strip manufacturers coming out. I don't believe we've got a new sponsor for the top of my head. I think they've got another year to go. Could somebody go on mute, please? Then we've got to get us to the next steps, how we finance that and how we move forward. Because I think you've said it, Fox. If you're selling out all the games, you can't put any more bums in seats unless you start talking about redevelopment. So then you've got to, how do you fund that and how does that come about? But I think if people buy, say, an average of 1.5 strips, using that as a number, because people buy a tap, etc., and all that, they'll be that family or that with their season tickets and that, they'll be at a maximum. So how do we increase the interest for people who are Rangers supporters? And then how do we get a membership scheme? Do we look to do something else to get? I mean, there was 250,000 people at Manchester. I'm not saying all of them were Rangers supporters, but the vast majority were. So, plus there was 50,000 at Ibrox, plus all the pubs and whatever there, but who are real Rangers supporters. But they all can't get it again because you need some size of stadium to accommodate that bridge. But how do we tap into that?
Wow.
It's an easy question.
Yes, I know, but I can't. Other than what they can do now. Is
it Club 1872? Is it? We've just been joined by Big Al, and he's from Australia. He's maybe a classic example. Loves the Rangers, buys the Rangers strips. I wouldn't be surprised if the Big Dean's got he's got his large medium ordered for the next strip waiting to come. He can't get to the games, but he wants to support the club, and there's tens of thousands like that in revenue streams. So if we get it right and we treat them right, it's going to be a good thing for the club. Evening, Al, how are we doing?
Evening. I'm just trying to find that button on Skype, man, so I can be with you in 1 hour. Do you know what it is?
It's a delay, mate. It's a delay. Did you like that one? He didn't even realise what he said.
Unbelievable, man. Top quality, man. Top quality.
He's up there with Namani, that one. Namani and Rossiter.
They're not very intelligent either, they two guys.
No, they're very similar in look.
Very similar.
Al, you're a classic example. I don't know I don't know how we go into this. We're talking.
I'm double XL.
With the changes in the board and how do we grow the, if you like, the buzzword, the brand? How do we get other people involved? How do we get it right, mate?
You have to sell the brand better. You have to market the brand better. The brand, to a certain extent, is toxified. A proper word. Look that up, Ibrox. But it's been toxified over the last 6 years, hasn't it?
Certainly made toxic, that's for sure.
We have to fight back. We have to be stronger. With the appointment of this Mr. Parker, I think that's a negative in some respects. It's another barrier put up. Puts the clarity. There's Mr. Park. There's Mr. King. There's Mr. Robert. Who's in charge? You know what I mean? We have to be clear, precise. And what we want to achieve. We have to tell our story positively. We have to get into the naysayers about our club, and we have to probably propaganda, use propaganda to make the opponents look bad. Use all types of propaganda, leak things to the media, whatever, run a dirty campaign behind the scenes. Act like MI6, act like the CIA. You've got to do that. You've got to do all the things. The club does have a good name, but there's aspects of the club that are always going to be with us that aren't very nice. How could you say the Ulster thing, all that kind of stuff that hangs around about the club. In some respects it's good, other respects it's no good for the club. So I think it's marketing. I don't know, do we have a marketing manager?
I'm not aware of anybody, Al. I mean, I'm not aware. I mean, I hear people talk about media and marketing.
That's different, eh? Media's different.
Two different things, aye. But
well,
also,
on that front as well, we're not very good, are we? You have that level 5, Mr. Trainer. I mean, that statement that he released about the Aberdeen manager at that time, that was terrible. I don't think that had been run past, or if it had been run past somebody, they've had too many Drambuis, you know what I mean? Too many Barchesters. You can clear all that. You can I don't know. Could they build a bigger stadium? But then again, if you're not getting success, you got an extra 10, 15,000 added onto the stadium. You don't want to have that stadium with empty seats. That's certainly not what you want. You don't want to have a bigger stadium but no filling the seats. You know what I mean?
Aye. But we want to, obviously, we know where we want to be. And we want to be, I mean, if somebody have got, and let's just say it works out about an average of 30,000, and they've got an extra 5.5 million just in gate revenue, we've got to find that just to be in a level playing field, Fox. Oh, Fox away. Thanks, man. On you go, Fox. The team were rivals. If they've got roughly 10,000 every week over 18 games approximately, might be depending on how the fixtures work out. They've got that 300,000. Sorry, 300,000. Is that right? 10,000 times 30. Aye, 300,000 revenue every game that we've not got. That's a lot of revenue we've got to just catch up with if we don't think about what we're going to do with the stadium.
Well, you earn your cash, mate, in Europe. What we need to do is put out some money for some quality players, mate. That means we're going to start winning things. And if we start winning things, we start getting into better competition, which brings in more money, i.e. the Champions League thing, etc. The fans are at their limit, mate, with what they can put in. I'm talking about the season ticket holders. We've got a full sellout, or we will have a full sellout of season tickets this season as we had last year, mate. As I say, the fans are at their limit. They can only put in a certain amount. We can't, the way things are set up, we don't seem capable of bringing in new investors at this present time. So the only way forward for us is a better team competing in the better competitions, mate. As I said, the European Champions League, mate. That's got to be our target. We know what it's worth and how much it's paid out for them across the city. I wouldn't bother about them having a few more thousand fans, mate, because their finances don't really bother me. We need to think of our own.
All right. Bridgman?
I think that there's no way there's going to bring any finance into the club until a share issue is resolved. I don't see any money coming into our club other than generated from the fans through both the season tickets and the shirt sales. That is the only way we're going to get money in the short term, is that, unless they can do something miraculous with the share issue. But they're going to have to do that in short steps. They're going to have to go through, we said this last week, they're going to have to go through this mandatory offer and come up and see what happens there. It might cost a few quid because some folk may want to sell and sort of cut their losses, if you could call it that. But they have to go through that, and then they'll get the share issue. Once they've done that, they become far more attractive club for investment. And we'll see what happens then. I don't see MD coming in.
Fair comment. If you get the hurdle out the way, when the mandatory offer's made, and I imagine that'll be happening quite soon, then it's another hurdle out the way and you move on. I
think the end of this month, the 20 or something of this month, I think it is.
Aye,
that's another offer comes out.
Anyway, Ibrox, if people want to join us, what's the number?
Number's 0141 356 1972.
You'll need to say that again, Ibrox.
0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Big Al?
They can press the Skype button that transports you to the studio in Cran Hill.
Yep.
Just bring up bottle.
What am I trying to other places, mate? Why?
Where is it? Aye, where are you broadcasting from live tonight? Where is the caravan?
We keep moving.
Aye, you got to keep it moving, aye.
Do you remember
that's
these
only
Scud-
for tax purposes, the Scud boots.
The Scud missiles. No, the Scud boots. No, we keep moving for Ibrox, for security reasons.
For security,
social security reasons.
The old ones are the best.
Are the best. The old ones are always the best, mate.
Fox and Bridge. There you go.
Anyway, we'll be joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing, lads? It's Bazza.
How we doing,
Bazza boy?
No bad, mate. No bad. How's yourselves?
All right, mate. All right. Long time no hear. How are you, mate?
I no bad. I've had a few internet problems and that, but I've been listening every night. I've just not been able to call in. Not a few technical issues, you know.
All right. That Pornhub can do that, mate.
I don't know. Ex-hamster's worse, mate.
So what's on your mind with the club once you see the team gone? And how do you see things panning out, mate? Once you get yourself together.
What issue are we talking about here?
Anything, it's your call, mate.
Well, obviously, the game came up on Sunday, and I don't think there's really been much of a build-up this week, because obviously the fixtures, and then last night I thought we started building it up a wee bit, and then the day the Bates thing came out, and obviously the Dougie Park King and that came out, so obviously that's took you what's happening on Sunday. Doesn't feel like it's only 3 days away, do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like that. I don't know. The board thing he's been talking about, I think it's a good guy to have in there. He's a respectable businessman, and he's well known in Scotland, so obviously he's more legit in his characters we've done before, like Green and all that, do you know what I mean? So it can only bode well for us that way, hopefully. Hopefully we can pump a bit of money into us, add a wee bit extra, and get some players, etc., you know, get us into Europe, and then we can start funding ourselves, you know what I mean? So hopefully it'll be good that way. Like if Dave King can't be here and all that, so aye, help out that Robertson. So I don't know the ins and the outs yet, but I don't think we can do any wrong. A guy like that, he's a respectable businessman, and he's a bueno, so it sounds good to me anyway.
What with the team, Bazza? What's on your mind with the team?
Oh, I was listening to his last night there, and I totally agreed with you, the 4-5-1. Need to put an extra body into midfield, definitely. I mean, at the weekend there, I was disappointed to see McCrory in defence. I wanted him in central defensive midfielder, and I wanted Dorrans in the Windass role. And obviously played Dorrans and Hodden in the two, and then put McCrory in at the back. So I wasn't too happy with that. But hopefully on Sunday we'll put McCrory into central defence, show that up in front of Alves and Martin, and then, I don't know, probably Miller will play, and that's how he's probably played in Saturday there. He has produced the goods against Tarios before, you know what I mean? Plenty of times, so it's a big game player against him, so I don't know, it's a tough one if he's going to change it, but if I was him, I would change it, you know what I mean? Last throw the dice.
Aye, and obviously everybody wants to win, you know. You want to win, and I don't see the 4-5-1 being negative for us with what we've got in the wings, mate, you know.
Aye, definitely. If we've got Candice not doing that right, Taff, Murphy, you know what I mean? He's in fire now, and me, John, he always keeps up Forrest at the game and all, so we just need to have extra body in midfield, because, you know, they're overrunning like they did at Ibrox.
Aye, I think you're right, mate. I think you're right.
And if Murray can't see that, do you know what I mean? We can see it in them leagues and football, man, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, he must be able to realise that now.
Speak for yourself, Bazza. How do you think we got on if it is Alves and Martin at the back, mate?
Hopefully McCrory's in front of him, and that'll shore it up a bit, and then keep him on that Rogic, do you know what I mean? And Dumbelli, do you know what I mean? He's not really done much, so I don't know. They've got pretty slow into their two older guys. If they bring that Griffiths on second half, they could outpace them. That's the only worry. If we've got young McCrory there, then protects them. It gives us a bit of protection, doesn't it? So that's the way I would go, definitely.
Are we putting too much pressure on a 19-year-old boy?
I know, you can say that, can't you? But it's the best option. It's the best option we've got, but isn't it? I mean, the way I listened to his interview last week, and the boy just oozes enthusiasm and all that. He's like, I want to be in that Scotland team and all that. I've played all the under 18s, 19s, 20s, 21, blah, blah, blah. It's just pure oozes confidence, you know what I mean? He's a big, athletic, strong boy, he's fast. So he's no fear. I would put him in there. Like Barry Ferguson. He was 21-year-old and he was the Rangers captain, wasn't he? Aye, definitely. No. He's not a biggest player, but a very important player, I would say.
And you've got Miller playing in the Windass role, have you?
I wouldn't do it myself, but I think that's what he's going to do, because he played on Saturday.
Would you have Dorans playing there?
Aye, well, on Saturday I wanted Dorans in the Windass role, and I wanted McCrory, obviously defensive midfielder. But I can't see that happening now, because he would have probably experimented with that on Saturday there, but I think you'll probably put Miller in there just for him Morelos, wouldn't he? Maybe tell Miller to drop a bit deeper into midfield, maybe. And then he'll just run about as usual, a headless chicken, you know what I mean?
You've mentioned Morelos. Do you see the news today? And I'll take this from the panel, Bazzer, if that's after I speak to you. Is his booking getting rescinded?
Aye, that's it. Correct decision, man. The goalkeeper went off, so there was contact. I didn't know they could rescind a yellow card. I didn't know.
No, I wasn't aware of that neither. And what I can't understand, and that's the trouble you've got, if that game would have been nothing each, and then you don't get a penalty. No, I don't think it was a sending off for the goalkeeper. But I don't think it was even a booking for the goalkeeper. It was just a penalty kick. That's what it was. If that makes any sense. Yeah.
I honestly thought you couldn't rescind a yellow card, so it must be like a new rule or something.
There's two ways you can rescind it. One is by wrongly identification, you know. Somebody's booked the wrong person, or indeed if it's for diving. They're the only two ways you can. That's the only two yellow cards you can appeal.
All right, just as well, you can get a few backdated then, eh?
Yes, and actually, no, I better not say it.
What did you make of that decision, Bridge? Right thing to do?
Oh, 100% Stonewall. You're saying you may not have been a red card. For the life of me, I could see that have been a red card. Fair enough. He's definitely got him. There was a clash. If they'd just given a penalty, I agree with you. Just give it a penalty, and as it was due, in my opinion, I just don't understand why the referee didn't do it. Excuse me. So on the record, it will go that Rangers have never got a penalty. There's another dreadful decision. Not only that, but get a player booked for no apparent reason. Because if you think about it, either way, the goalkeeper could have had a yellow card, possibly even a red. Mental referees can do these things. Or indeed, Morelos could have had a yellow card, or he got a yellow card, or a red. Because it turns out he did get booked for diving. And how the hell can you get booked for diving when the guy's face is full of blood? You know what I mean? Where did he get all the blood from? Obviously, there's been a clash. He's bumped into him in some way or other. So I just don't understand that at all. Don't understand it. Because, some of the strange decision against the Rangers. Sorry, I might be being a bit paranoid about it. That's what I think. Definitely great idea. Appeal it and win it. Magic. How many appeals is that we won this season?
We won a few appeals, but what I don't like is if it was, as I say, if that was nothing each and somebody gets it so wrong, and then I think it was somebody mentioned 6 months ago about maybe replaying a match, and we're getting into dangerous territory. But it's good to see the decisions get. But how can you know do it instantly? Fox
said on Monday, I thought the ref was very quick to make his decision. I think if he was going to give a foul against Morelos, he should have waited, took a couple of seconds to think when he walked up, and he'd have seen that the goalkeeper was injured, mate. So then he must come to the conclusion there's been contact. But as soon as Morelos was on his way down, he declared it, mate. Made a too rash decision. And as you rightfully said, mate, it's a thought that we never got the penalty. Now, if it had been nothing each and that penalty could have won us the game in 3 points, that wouldn't have happened. It was the same with Jack sending off against Hibs, mate. It changed the game. It changed the result of the game. And I don't know how we're going to get by the referees in Scotland. I don't think they deliberately make mistakes, mate, but I just think they're poor referees. I don't think they've got any vendetta against Rangers or anything, but they don't seem to make the decisions in Celtic games, mate. That's all I would say.
All right. Ibrox Loyal?
I'll agree with what Fox says there right up until the end, mate. I think it is a vendetta, but for the sheer fact that the kid was already out before Morales hit the deck. Watch a game, mate. Watch every single game that we play in, and every chance that a referee gets to try and book Morales, he's doing it, or booking another one of your players. And I hark back to the Hibs game as well, what Fox just says. They could have had two or three players sent off in Hibs side that day, but no, they send off an innocent player in Ryan Jack, who we all know was innocent because it got rescinded. And as Bridge says as well, most times we appeal things, they are getting rescinded because we're in the right and the referee's in the wrong because they've been too harsh getting the cards out. They can't get their cards out quick enough, which I put down to a sheer vendetta.
Did Morales hit the deck, or did he just sort of stumble?
No, he never hit it. Stumbled, but the referee, that Elliot Parnish, the Dundee goalkeeper, his head went into wherever it went into Morales, and it knocked him.
I think it was his foot caught, mate. So if you're running at full pace, it doesn't take a lot to bring you down. It only takes a touch, you know.
And 9 times out of 10,
I was down okay. He went down all right.
Nine times out of 10, it's a penalty kick. And as Fox and Bridge and yourself just says, it could have cost us 2 points in our game, which has cost us quite a lot this season sometimes. No saying that we're not at fault the other times, but you've got to take it on both occasions, you know what I mean? So.
I just think there must be, I know that, is it VAR, Big Al? Isn't he working brilliant in England? But I think if you tweak that right, you got it right, you wouldn't even have decisions like that. It could be rescinded there and then, you know?
Definitely. I would go with that. I'd go with modernising the game, using all the tools. Using all the tools. It's true, look, it's no good. I don't think there's any vendetta. I think it's in people's heads. And we're really... I'm afraid that some people think too much about that in regards to the referees. I think Fox is right. The referees are just not a very high standard. But if you utilise the tools, the VARs, all the sports here have it. Every sport here has it. Pardon me. And I think that would eliminate...
They're doing away with it for Australian cricket. They're not letting any cameras in.
Aye. Well, I've been the kids have been sitting watching these Commonwealth Games, and it's watching a dive and the thing. They've camera angles for everything now. I mean, you can go to that J car here and buy wee cameras for all your cars. I've got one down in my garage. You know what I mean? It's connected to an app on my phone. You know what I mean? It's a motion detector. There's cameras everywhere, so I don't think it'd be that expensive. But one pertinent point I think is correct. Until you use these things, you can't just keep booking people. Then that influences the game. But then when we take it to appeal, it gets rescinded. That, to me, that's not a healthy way to carry on. I think that's terrible because
I agree with you.
Seen it with Jack, seen it with Morales now. They until we modernise, their decisions could cost you. Fixtures could cost you. What's the right to appeal there? Can you take that to a court and say, well, by the way, if that decision wasn't done and you have made us lose the game effectively, or they've gave a penalty that wasn't a penalty that did make us lose the game, we've lost X amount of income. I might take the Scottish FA or the SPFL and I want to get reimbursed for that income. Is there any legal avenue you could? You know what I mean? Because that's effectively what's happening in some games. You're taking revenue away from people at the end of the day.
Surely, instead of the clubs paying the cost of that video refereeing system, mate, surely the TV company should pay for that.
No, how do you know it's the governing body? It should be a prerequisite of the governing body.
No, it should be. I mean, the cameras are there, mate, and the gear is nothing to a TV deal. The least they could do is supply the equipment that they get all their talking points out after the game, mate. What's the difference if Sky just use it, mate, or BT use it and they've got an automatic feed to the fourth lineman? What's
You
the
have to
problem
have
there?
proper officials. You have to have I know here in the rugby league, you have the referee, the two other
It's
guys.
referees that are sitting in the box.
There's three referees sitting in the box. Aye, that make the decision, make the call.
So SFA's got to supply it then?
Aye, it's got to be.
No, but they don't need to supply the software. If you like, Fox's point's valid. They're there, they're doing it. They give you that. You have to supply the officials to watch it. That's a different issue, Fox.
One at
a time, Bridge. When you go,
if you're going to have VAR based on Sky, BT, and so on and so forth, then what happens when, for instance, at Ibrox, in a big game at Ibrox, and we've seen it a dozen times this season, there's no TV cameras there. There's no TV cameras. So, you know what I mean? And Saturday there, and Saturday when we were playing Dundee, was there any TV cameras there?
Must have been, because I was watching it, but that's another story.
That was what I'm saying is you get Rangers TV at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's generally no live football on the TV.
They've come on the match because of the highlights package, so they've got to film the whole match. So to use that.
No, they'll use Rangers TV for it. That's what I'm saying.
Aye, well, they're still getting filmed, so it's
well,
there.
Sorry, I do apologise. If you're looking for live TV feeds and you think the TV companies are going to pay for it, are you saying that Rangers TV should supply the physical hardware and the software at Ibrox?
I don't think Rangers TV supply that. I think that's another company that then supplies the feed to Rangers TV, mate. I think it's the other way round, Bridge.
You mean Rangers don't have a TV system? Is that what you're saying? Forgive my ignorance.
Many of them do. They just tap into it and use their own commentators. They don't. It's used because it's filmed. Anyway, we're digressing, but I think the point, Big Al, I accept your point. There was one point to me if each team had one or two appeals a half, or one appeal a half, whatever you prefer. And then you could use it for the big decisions, because think about it, it doesn't happen that often, does it?
Well, I wouldn't want to have that appeals thing like in calling timeouts and all that. No, I would just, as the game goes on and there's a decision to be made, you make your decision. Last night, just a wee example, last night the Roosters were playing the Rabbitohs, they're kicking off the game. They have to wait till the clock hits 0. The young guy kicked the ball on 1. They just called it back to the referee. They looked at the clock. It literally took another 2 seconds. And the referee says, you kicked it before the whistle went effectively. So you had to retake it. It literally only took 2 or 3 seconds. But the referee called to the guys in the stand. They just reviewed it. It comes on the TV as they're reviewing it. So you can see yourself that they're not cheating. You can hear the communication between the ref on the park and the guys in the box. Yeah, kicked it before the whistle or the clock count down to 0, and they retook it. It was as simple as that. Literally, there wasn't any stopping or starting effectively, and the flow of the game kept on.
Who was playing who?
What do you mean, who was playing who? The Roosters were playing the Rabbitohs. The Roosters against the Rabbitohs.
I was like,
oh, sorry guys, sorry. It's a rugby league team here.
Who do you support now?
Oh, I don't know. I prefer rugby union. Rugby leagues are just big stupid. It's all right to watch. Like.
Any views?
But what I'm getting at is, as I said to you before, I've got a camera in my garage that's connected to an app on my phone. It's a high definition camera. It costs me about $70-80. Somebody walks into my garage or tries to break into my garage, I automatically get a text message. I hit the app and I can see my garage. Yeah. So there must be technology out there, high definition cameras that are cheap to implement. It's just maybe Scottish football doesn't want to modernise. I don't know how it is, if they can just say we're going to implement this, or they have to go through UEFA or FIFA or whatever. But it makes sense to modernise.
I think it's coming. Bazza, any thoughts, mate?
I was going to say, I read something, maybe last year or something, that said it would work out, on average, about £1 million per club per season in the Scottish League. So there's no way they can afford that, like teams like Ross County, you know that. I might be wrong, but I'm sure I read that.
I'll come and install it then, and it'll charge them after that. It's not.
Aye, obviously you can't have a referee. You can't have a referee on a phone, can you? You know what I mean? It's got to be like properly done, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure I read it was roughly about £1 million a season, so you can afford
that's
that.
probably for a journalist that didn't do his homework anyway. So he's maybe not a technophobe. You know what I mean?
Nah, he might be hanging on, I suppose. Yeah.
I
think it'll come down to money, you know.
Well, definitely come down to money. Aye, definitely come down to money. But it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. And I think the people that have to push it is the clubs. The clubs have got to ask for it. Maybe clubs don't want it.
I think it might become, if you watch, it might become compulsory for every league it pushes into UEFA's competitions.
As soon as UEFA say it's okay to use on a regular basis, it'll become compulsory for sure. It will. And the main leagues, like the big leagues, you know.
But see, Ox, you'll know better than me. What is the VAR getting used for? Is it only the goal line technology, and what else? And
no, the goal line technology is different. They've got that. That's
I know. I'm using that.
I mean, if you've done that, and then you do, and you don't get many of them with the real in the course of season. You go weeks and weeks and weeks before you get one of the decisions. But taking time, keeping away. Now the VAR they're using for penalties, simulation and offside. I mean, there was one. Was it Leicester and Man United bridge? How you couldn't even tell with the VAR the snapshot.
That's right.
You remember that?
Is he leaning forward? Is his feet away in front of him? Oh my God Almighty! It's just virtually impossible to tell. You know, I know some of the games of football I've played in, when you're playing and it's a tough game, it's very even. You just want your team to play to the whistle. You know, just play to the whistle. Come on, keep going. And when the referee blows against you, okay, it's a foul against you. Don't go up there and mouth at him. Get back, and the tension's there, you know. And I particularly offsides, they're always 50-50 for me in a game. You know, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, and sometimes it's quite infuriating. But you just got on. You just got to go on with it. And we're going to say, I'll come away with something a wee bit earlier, and I was just going to add to that. It might be better if we could get all the clubs to sit down and say, we are going to get our teams to agree to all the decisions. How would that go? My God, you never win it. I'm saying you never get it.
That's a rare point you make. You don't see teams playing offside anymore, do you? Pushing out and that the way they used to. It just doesn't happen, does it?
Well, you know, I've shouted on Saturday there. The linesman flagged for Morelos, who wasn't an old-fashioned offside as we know it. It was maybe 4 or 5 yards offside by the time the linesman flag went up. And I said to the guy next to me, why did he put his flag up? Because he's still 20 yards for the ball. So if he was you're supposed to be waiting until you touch the ball, per se, you know. Because the guy, he might have just stopped and let Declan John run onto the ball just for saying sake. I don't understand why. Obviously, I do understand, because the guy's thinking he's offside. Done. You know. Very difficult. Very difficult. I'd be flagging all the time for offside.
Was it Brian Clough that says if you're not interfering in the game, you shouldn't be on the park, wasn't
it? Absolutely, pal. Absolutely. I still don't understand some of it. You know, I think some of them obviously take liberties. But Rangers are now, shall we say, a sort of bad enough team at the moment to take these liberties. A lot of youthful exuberance and want to go on with the game. You see it during the game. Everybody in the panel here commenting, everybody in the lobby knows what I'm talking about. They take the free kick quickly so there's no controversy with the referee. I'll get it over and done with. Instead of let the referee go or get up there and into the referee's face, get ahead of him, book him, that kind of thing. No, the Rangers players seem to just get the ball and play. And I dare say they could be commended for it, but Jings, I get angry. I want the other team to get as much jib as we get, for the referees. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling again.
Just a bit. But without you rambling, we wouldn't have a show, mate.
Could I ask you a question, Ox?
Of course you can, mate, before the tune's on, you go, mate.
Just quickly. You said last night you just thought the contracts were about to be signed.
With Bates?
What happened?
I'll come to that after the tunes, but that's a good start for 10. I was disappointed in my source, Fox.
You're not getting away with blaming me for that one. That was your eight sources, mate. I had says to you a couple of days before that it was announced that maybe the new manager might no fancy Bates, and that could be the hold-up.
He did say that, Mr. Fox.
But the way it's turned out, what I'm hearing is we offered him a couple of grand less than the boy wanted, and Hamburg offered him a grand more than he wanted, and that's why he went, mate.
It's an ambitious move for a young guy. Like I'm bitterly disappointed. Aye, it's good. It's good for him, but if he's no longer a Rangers player, well, he wasn't that good anyway, was he?
I never really liked him anyway.
I didn't like him either. No. It was like build the team.
You're a pair of shockers, you lot. I tell you.
No, all joking aside, I hope he does have a successful career, but
Dougie the Bears dyed his hair. Dougie the Bears dyed his hair jet black tonight. Well, I was when I read it today. I must admit, I was quite shocked this afternoon when I read it. Maybe shouldn't have been really, but I like Fox's new theory. You know, we'll see what it takes. That means if we're getting more quality in and the plans are afoot, I hope they are. Because God, I think we need 6 centre halves now, Bridgman.
Well, look, it doesn't matter what we say. I thought last night rather, when you announced it, you heard what you'd heard, and here we go. 24 hours later, the boys away. Is it Hamburg he's away to?
Yes.
Is it another team called Hamburg? Is it the Hamburg that we know of?
No, it's the Hamburg, mate. HSV. It's the one that basically the Rangers are German football. Basically, right, that's what they get called. So.
They're getting relegated first time in Bundesliga.
That's not a cert yet, mate. That's not a cert yet.
But it's not the Hamburg that we know. It's a different Hamburg.
It's the same Hamburg.
It's Hamburg. That's okay then. That's fine. Because they're quite a big. They used to be quite a big club in Germany.
Looks like they'll be relegated this year anyway, and they'll be playing in the Bundesliga too, mate.
Ox, can I ask a question before the tunes, mate?
All right, mate.
It's not any David Bates. No, you're talking about the referees and that. Does anybody know who's the referee for the Aberdeen game at the weekend?
No, but I'll see if I can find out while the tunes are on. Does that make sense, Bazza?
Aye, so I'm just thinking, see that Thompson. Now, obviously Madden's got our game. Just say Colin gets your game. This is Thompson's last season, isn't it? The SFA gave him the final. And he's been shocking this season. He doesn't deserve it, do you know what I mean? If he doesn't get their semi-final, he'll have the final. Guaranteed, won't he?
Usually give him as a swan song, didn't he?
Aye, it'll be his last game, do you know what I mean? He's been pathetic this season. Well, he's been pathetic for 10 years. Unless he's got the Aberdeen game on Saturday, I don't know. Maybe no.
I'll check that out while Fox is playing an LP, alright, Bazza?
Cool, cheers.
Cheers. If you don't mind going on mute, Fox will give us a tune.
Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white, from the day I'd be Rangers for life. I vowed to my dad, if I too have a lad, I would show him the way, as he did on that day. And so now here I stand, with young Lyle by the hand, after walking down Paisley Road West. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. There's a great sense of pride that I feel deep inside as I'm watching the jurors, my father and son. And it's sure safe to say at the end of the game, win or lose, we will all follow on. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life.
For when I was a lad, I was taken by the hand.
Can't wait, we'll be playing that in London Sunday.
And the Paisley Road West, I will never forget the beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day it was Rangers for me.
Yes, quite a feminine singing voice there, eh?
Yeah, it's quite. Kevin Clancy, bit Boy Georgie. Kevin Clancy played Douglas Loss and David Room as a referee, the linesman, and Andrew Dallas, your mate, Ibrox.
Yes, indeed.
And Alan Muir, the additional assistant referee. Greg Aitken takes on the fourth official role. God, they get some officials at a game now, don't they?
Who's the rest of Kevin Clancy?
Kevin Clancy, yeah.
So it'll be either Colm or Thompson then for the final, won't it?
I think it'll be Thompson, mate. They usually give him a swan
song.
Definitely. Right, have we finished with David Bates or Fox? You've not any thoughts on it, but if people want to phone us in, Fox, and talk about it, what's the number?
0141 356 1972.
See the way you done that, Bridge? Just a number. Where else can you join us, Bridge?
You can join us on Skype at RangersRadio.online, and if they've been there before, I'll just sail right through. If not, a wee friend's request and Fox will bring them in.
What can you talk about, Big Al?
Anything Rangers related.
Or Pampers Crash.
Yeah.
Oh, that's army.
No problem.
Could I just put a wee shout out if you don't mind?
Aye, of course.
Carry on. I'd like to shout out to the one and only Magpie. If you're listening, Magpie, we're missing you. We'd like to hear your opinions leading up to this vital game. So if you're out there, give the show a call, mate.
The problem is when Magpie phones in, he needs to give us 2 days' notice.
Oh, he's
He'll
maybe
be on.
gone by the.
He'll be on, Magpie. We do miss him, mate. He's a great caller for the show. Anyway, we've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
Yes, I'm listening to you for a long time.
All right.
Can you tell me how much money has Dave King put into Rangers? Can any of you call us? How much money has Dave King put into Rangers? My understanding of Dave King was he was told he had to have £11 million, or the Lord was going to throw him out. Let him have the 30 day, 90 days, he comes up with somebody that's got the money that's going to help me. How much money is he buying Rangers?
I don't think that money, that £11 million he'll put aside, ultimately gets into Rangers.
I know Rangers don't get a penny of that, I know that.
Correct, aye. So that's different money. I mean, that's only
can anybody
decide to shares.
Can you tell me, has Dave King paid any money to Rangers?
He's bought his share. He bought the shares in Rangers.
What
I don't
share?
know how many millions. Well, he owns about 16% shares in Rangers, Dave King.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You know, how many does he have? How many does he own then?
Doesn't he own that?
Well, how many does he own then?
I don't think he owns anything.
He doesn't, okay. So
he made a statement they put $1 million in his wife's money.
I don't think
I can't remember every statement.
I don't think
I can't remember every statement the
man
man made.
Then.
Well, that's what he said. $1 million.
I'm just checking out. He owns 14.457% of the club under the group of New Oasis Assets Limited.
Who owns it?
King's companies now. Who actually ultimately owns it in the King family? I don't know. I don't know how their family finances are set up, mate.
I'll go back to the first question I asked. Can anybody tell me how much Dave King's put towards Rangers?
I would say that at 70 pence a share, the 12, about £1 million of shares plus the loans. I don't know exactly what the figures are.
We don't know the answer for you, pal. We don't know.
That's the only thing I wanted to know.
Wow.
You tell me that. I accept that. You accept that. If you think that's fair.
We've not got all that information in front of us, mate, because we haven't looked at it, yeah?
No, but I've asked you how much money has Dave King put in to Rangers. How much?
Why do you want to know so much, mate? Why do you want to know so much?
Can anybody tell me that? I'm only asking anybody now can tell me that.
Why do you want to know?
Well, if somebody seems to know, I don't know who knows.
I think the caller's making a very pertinent point, by the way.
How much money
it's smoke and mirrors again, isn't it? And that's the feeling, that's the taste that's left in your mouth.
Well,
with Mr. King, we don't know. We probably should know how much he's put in.
I first remember Dave King
fan.
7 years ago. 7 years ago. It was an interview on television. I'm looking right now. 3 years. 3 feet in front of me. He said, I'm only going to take my 20 million back. Take it by 20. That's what he said 7 years ago. Take my 20 million back. That's what he said. He's never tell me one thing good has happened to the club since that man took over.
You're rid of the Spurs.
I would imagine
you wouldn't have a club. You wouldn't have a club if they didn't do what they've done.
Well, tell me one thing good thing that he's put in the Rangers.
The man just told you 2 minutes ago.
Sorting the retail deal looks going to be positive for the club and the fans.
Who sorted it out?
I think it was Mr. King and his legal people that sorted it out.
Well,
that's where we don't know.
Like
we
King,
don't know either. We don't know either who sorted it out, do we?
Well, you all seem to be having a view that King saved Rangers. I don't think King's got a penny in Rangers. Not a penny piece. That's what I think.
Oh, he's paid millions of pounds in court fees defending himself, hasn't he, for like the SFA hanging on. I don't think he's paying that for nothing, mate.
I said to Rangers.
You might be ultimately right there, mate. If he takes his money back out in shares, you might be right that he'll not put any money in it. The money at the moment, I think we must be into him for at least $3 million.
I don't think so.
Well, where did we get the £18 million loans?
As the guy said, only he has smoke mirrors. What his name was, he never proves in one way is he going to have any money at all. Not once in my whole life. I'm 77 years of age. I saw Rangers longer than anybody ever going to the show. He's never put a penny in Rangers. I never bet in it. Never a penny, not a penny piece.
Did he get his 20 million? Did he get his 20 million quid back?
Did you go to Ivers when 22,000 used to be the crowd?
That was at Ibrox when there was a lot less than 22,000 there, mate.
No, when the thing happened, the crowd was up to 22,000. The right-hand bomb corner in the Bruno stand, that's where King's mob used to sit.
Well, as I kept away from the boys for Castlemilk, they were always bad boys.
Well, that's what I mean, he come from Castlemilk, this guy.
Can I ask you a question, caller? Who would you rather have at the helm then if it wasn't Dave King?
I don't know, but when Dave King, penny for Dave King.
Or would you rather have the Spurs back?
I don't know anybody that could take over Rangers. Anybody invest money in any football team at the moment is totally off the rocker. Totally off the rocker. They're giving money away.
Well, I don't think King and that are here to make money. Because our Rangers fans are here to get the club back stable and winning again.
I didn't say it was the Rangers. I just said, in my opinion, he's not a penny anymore, Rangers. If somebody can prove that, I'm wrong, I'll accept it.
He's not put tens of millions, mate, in.
He's not put anything in. He's nothing in. I say he's put nothing in.
Listen, mate, we've got another couple of callers coming in. Can I thank you for your call? And listen, any time you want to phone in, maybe use a bit of notice and maybe in the lobby, and we can get some facts and figures so we don't look as if we don't know what we're talking about, mate. Eh?
Thanks.
How are we doing, Rudy?
Aye, good stuff. How are you doing? Aye.
Evening, Rudy.
Evening. Oh, guys, that was an interesting call, wasn't it?
Mate, I mean, we've not got that detail in front of us. I just looked up the shares and all that, but you then start having to look up the balance sheet, etc., and then you need to go back time. But I mean, he's not alone in thinking that. The caller,
no.
I mean, opinion.
I think it's a well-known fact that Dave King has a divisive character. I mean, let's be honest about it. You know, when him and the Three Bears, you know, when they managed to get their feet under the table there was a. No, everybody wanted them to come in. Like, you know, there was a lot of Bears. I don't know, quite a sizable part of the support. Didn't really want Dave King. You know, personally, I think we're much better off now than we were before. That's just my personal opinion. You know, I've got a couple of mates who think a wee bit differently. I think Dave King's quite suspect. You know. I don't know. He's quite divisive, though, you know, and I think you see that on the forums and stuff.
It's not where you start when you finish, but you've got to watch, even on the internet and the forums, some of the men aren't even men, you know, women aren't even women. How we doing, George? Evening, George.
How you doing, boys? All right?
Evening, George.
It just seemed that nobody could answer that caller's question there.
We've not got the info in front of us, George. I'm afraid I'm being known with I looked it up, mate. We're no encyclopedic in our knowledge.
Right now, it's close to about 6 million his own money he's put in. At a time, it was to keep the club afloat. Remember when we were fighting court cases and things like that. Aye, the fans have put a lot of money in since then. Didn't get me wrong, the fans have probably kept the club afloat last season, and probably do the same this season. But when they first came into the club, I think it was Baz that was saying when we got rid of the charlatans, it was the Three Bears and Dave King, John Gilligan. In my opinion, it saved the club. Our club, and Bridgman said it himself before, our club was going to wreck and ruin. And they've come in and put their own money in for court cases that had nothing to do with them, fines that had nothing to do with them, outstanding charges that had nothing to do with them, but because they took our Rangers, they had to pay them. So I don't know exactly what the Three Bears have put in the Park and that, Donald Park and Graham Park and that, but Dave King, just about 6 million his own money he's invested so far. So he's not a very good businessman if he's put 6 million and rising to try and get 20 million back. I think what Fox said earlier is bang on, by the way. I think that we've got to realise that the board we've got and realise the board we used to have, people are going on about they've made mistakes with this manager, made mistakes with that manager. I keep on backing them because I'll back them all the way because I was there and I seen what that other club, that other board was doing. They were destroying us for the inside out. Everybody was at that AGM that day, seeing what they were trying to do. In the very last minute, we're trying to take what they could get out of the club at the very last minute. We've got guys at the club now wanting to do the very best for the club. We've got guys that are willing to put 6 million in, 5 million in to keep the club afloat. Aye, guys like us who go to the games every week are putting their money in, 13 million every season to get our season tickets and that. That's so we can go and watch the team. They're putting 7 and 5 and 6 and 7 million in to keep the club afloat when they could, when nobody else would. That's the thing. Folk are saying about Banks wouldn't touch us. Banks wouldn't touch us, but Dave King came in and did touch us. John Gulligan, these guys came in, the Three Bears came in and saved us. A lot of fans have got to start appreciating what we've actually got, Ox. And I'm not saying that to you, just a lot of folk are got these blinkers on about Dave King because of things that have happened in the past. I think the guy's doing a great job, and that's my honest opinion, Ox.
I totally agree with you, George, mate. I totally agree with everything you just said, mate.
George, I said it last night, George. I said it
How
last
can
night.
you know phoned in 15 minutes ago, George?
I said it last night, George, and I'll say it again. Every time I go to Ibrox, I'm so grateful to the King and the consortium that he's got there. They've managed to bring our club back basically from the dead. Seriously, I don't know where we would be. I don't think we would be there. Certainly, they were ripping that apart. So, hats off to them. They might not be the greatest people in the whole world, by any stretch of imagination, but my God, I'm grateful that they saved my club, and I can go there and sit and watch my team crap as they are.
Listen, George, I accept what you say. I'll check it out. Well, I'll not be doing it over the weekend, I'll tell you that now, but I'll check it out sometime next week, and I'll maybe try and see if I can come up with it. What I will say is, like everybody, they make mistakes, but some of them mistakes are all in hindsight. I think the Warburton one was a decent punt. It was something we wanted to try. Ultimately didn't work well. I do think they made a Roger with Pedro, but that's only my opinion.
George, where do the figures come from? Because I'm a bit confused as where I can find the figures. His investment, is it a thing that should be published? Is that a thing we just take on hearsay, the types of figures?
I think it's on the accounts, Al.
That he's actually, for Oasis Capital or whatever it is, they've invested $6 million in Glasgow Rangers.
See the AGM, I went in and I thought to myself, I'm not really sure about this. I said to Fox that before it in. I don't think, and Fox was like, do you think we've got money here, George? I wasn't really sure if we did have any money. And when you read the actual figures, now we had to pay Ashley for this, and that's coming for the club, that's not coming for them, Al. And I came out of there and I thought to myself, your club's in good hands again. I genuinely did, going in there thinking to myself, Al, I think, and Fox said it himself, I think your club's probably at the turning point where we maybe need to get rid of these guys and bring in new guys. Maybe they've took them as far as they could. That guy spoke to us in the AGM, and he read what was on the sheets of paper and the books and that, the AGM, where the money was coming from, where it was going to, what we spent on and things like that. And I was like, again, Ken, this guy has got money, he has got the best interest in Rangers at heart. And you're talking about where we're getting the figures for, because it's not just figures we make up. It's just if you keep reading everything, they're all there to be seen. Everything's there in black and white. What Dave King's put in, and didn't get me wrong, Al, what Dave King's put in and what Donald Park and Graham Park and that have all put in, they'll all get it back in shares, of course they will. But they've put in at the moment, as in, they're putting in, Ken, to keep the club going, to fight funds and to fight lawyers and things like that when nobody else would. So that's why I appreciate them all. That's my honest opinion.
We all appreciate them. Sorry, Bridge, but all I was wanting to just know was where the figures I can actually say that Dave King has invested $6 million in his own money. I don't see that anywhere.
There's a terminology thing. There's a terminology thing, right? In the books it will say that Rangers have had so much in soft loans from the Three Bears, right? And that's an investment. You might not call it an investment. You might just see it as, and in the books, as a soft loan. But I think the Three Bears and Dave King, for that matter, as part of the concept party, as they call them, they've invested. That money will be investment, i.e. shares. That will be converted to shares for Rangers.
Yeah, I know that.
But that's not true investment in the sense of the word. They haven't come in and says, "There's a whack of money, Rangers. Here you are. I've invested it." It's not been invested in Rangers yet.
Mr. King made a rod for his own back when he came out with the statement 20 to 30 million, right? Now we're saying that Mr. King has invested 6 million, 7 million of his own money. Where does it say that? That's what I'm trying to get. I'm just want to know. It clearly states that Mr. King, through whatever asset trust or Aces Capital, whoever, he invested 6 million of his own money. Or the Three Bears individual have invested 2 million each of their own money. Douglas Park is putting 3-4 million of his money. It doesn't say that anywhere. That's what I'm getting at. It's no clear to us as fans. And we'll always have this debate. I may be right, George may be right, you may be right, Bridge, Ox is right, Fox is right, Ibrox. But we still don't know. We're guessing here.
You're looking for the breakdown of the loans, the soft loans.
No, I just want to know. I'm not 100% behind Mr. King because
that's obvious.
Aye, and that's my prerogative.
Yeah, of
course. Because he was called in a court of law a glib and shameless liar. He's also got together with other guys, worked behind the scenes, and now he's having to pay the cost of that by having to offer the money for the shares. Yeah?
Did he not save their club by doing that?
Pardon?
Did he not save their club to get rid of the spiffs to do that?
Yeah, I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is it's still no clear. Everything's still in a grey area, where I think we'd all get on a lot better with Mr. King if he was more transparent.
But if he was more transparent, then he could probably be out in court more times, if you know what I mean. I quite like the way it works. Every time he goes to court, he seems to win.
I'll tell you how you will know for definite, Al.
Mm-hmm.
When the loans get transferred into shares, it'll show the amount of shares each person gets, and that you'll know the investment that each person put in.
And then we can calculate back for that what his investment was. Well, we'll need to wait for that day. We'll just need to wait for that day. But until that day, then we're just all really guessing. And I think that's the thing with the club. Everything's in such a grey area for us. And maybe that's the way it has to be dealt with at the moment.
It's a work in progress, mate. It's a work in progress. It's not going to happen, mate, is it?
Well, they've had long enough to try and do it. They've had long enough to try and do it, like...
Sorry, Brad, on you go.
No, you're all right, but I was just going to say you may find that it might get a bit more clarification in the summertime. Maybe by then the mandatory purchase offer of shares may be completed by the summer, and hopefully they'll get stepped over that and they get on to do the actual share issue. And that's what I think Fox was saying, that maybe then you'll see when they do the conversion of those shares. That's when you're going to see it, you know.
I was just wanting to say, I'm just happy we've got a football team to watch again. At Range Stadium, that stadium could have been sold off. Auchenhouse could have been sold off.
Absolutely. It could have been what do they call it, a block of flats or a Tesco or something like that, you know.
Al, can I ask you something, big man?
Go ahead, Rudy.
Are you not happy, Al, with the way things are going? Is there stuff that's
No,
happening?
I think we could be going better, Rudy. I think it could be going better.
You think things could be run better? Is that what it is?
Aye. It's not. It's, to me, that it's still too foggy. There's no. We don't have clear answers.
Right.
You can see. I think that translates to on the park. We fluctuate.
If you look at,
I think that's also the club.
I think if you look at the accounts this year show that there was loans of 5.9 million put in.
Right.
Now the breakdown of who they came from, mate, it doesn't give you that detail that I can find, but I'm sure we'll find it somewhere. And in 2015, I found, just with doing a bit of digging, that Mr. King personally gave us $1.5 million that was put into shares to keep the club running.
Right. So and we can clarify that at this moment, and we know for a fact he's only put in 1.5 million. Is that what we're saying?
No,
we can clarify that.
I think he's got a third share of that, roughly 6 million as well this year. And that's without me looking for 2016 and the purchase of shares.
So he's put 3 million in then. He's put 3 million in so far.
That's without the shares and the thing. But look, he's basically, I think George's points are right. It's roughly about 6 million when you start doing the maths.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's all I was asking for. Thank you.
I think it is down there on the books, because I know if you had co-op in that. I'm sure
trying to look for it at the same time.
Because when I was, we were talking about it at one of the meetings a couple of months ago, or maybe about 6 months ago or something, I knew we were talking about it, and we worked out, it was roughly about £4.5-5 million they had actually put £1 million in, or 1.3, I think it was at one point, Andy Shears and all that. But that's, you see, for buy. Ken, I was right in what he's saying. Ken, ask them every question that's gone. Make sure you're on their case all the time, because that's what we were a bit hangry with David Murray and things like that, and let them get an easy ride. They're never going to get that again now. I back this board. I think this board's got to do great for us. I was sort of going with Fox's way, thinking at the start of the last AGM, as this board maybe took us as far as they wanted to, is it time for them to move on? But see, my honest opinion, when I went to that AGM and heard what they were saying, never really heard it a great deal, but just when he spoke about the money and where the money was coming from, what he was wanting to do with Auchenhowie, what he was wanting to do with Hingme, I thought to myself, Ken, he's definitely got future plans. He's definitely got money there. He's got the backing of the board. There's this other guy, the boy for Zinnick Bang, whatever you want to call him, it's not really him, but that boy by the Hingme, he came on and he's got a lot of backing. So I'm quite happy with where the club's going. Didn't get me wrong, I want a manager in and I want a team on the park. But I'm happy with the way the fans are going. I'm happy with the way the board's going. But I'm definitely, I'll always keep an eye on it. But I'm definitely 100% happy with them.
Does anybody know what ever happened to that kind of Stephen Hawking guy that invested in Rangers, the English guy?
Kieran Parker, I think he's Kieran Pryor, sorry. And then on the accounts, the last full accounts, it tells you that there's another 3.2 million as well. I mean, I think we've got to watch sometimes that we forget that as a business, they report to the shareholders, mate. They don't report to the supporters.
Yeah, but the supporters are the business. I don't know. Because they come to us for money. They come to us for your season tickets that you guys buy. They come to us to sell strips that I buy. They come to us to sell other merchandise. They want Fox to buy a pie. They want Bridge to buy a Bovril.
They try their, trust me, but Fox, they try their best not to give Fox a pie and he'll back
what
up. Anyway, we've been joined by young Giants. I'll come back to you.
No, you're all right. Look, I'm going to have to hang up, guys. I've got breakfast to make here.
All right, big man.
Starving,
Right,
take care. Thanks very much.
Cheers,
again,
mate.
See ya.
Anyway, we've been joined by young Jers JC. How we doing, young man? Oh, we've lost him. Either that, he's went mute.
Oh.
Hello, how we doing, mate? All right?
Aye, not bad yourself.
All right, what's on your mind, mate?
Previous callers about Dave King and that. I'm a big Dave King supporter. He has put money in the club, and see any information needed, it's on the website.
I've just found some of it when I've looked for it, mate. I hadn't looked for it before the show because I didn't know that call was coming in, mate.
I think it's just a lot of folk that's older don't use the internet, like they call it phoned up and then you can't find out that information.
Like Bridge?
He seems tech savvy, Bridge.
Tech savvy, Bridge, yeah.
He knows the lingo.
Oh, he's down with the kids as well, Bridge.
Look, get on with it.
He's put some money in, mate. We didn't have the figures, but what that shows and demonstrates, and it was very remiss of us to find out who the caller was because he caught us on the hop. We'll talk about anything. It's not our show. It's a Rangers show, Rudy, innit? And the supporters take us where we go.
That's what it's all about, innit? Getting the callers in, getting the callers to ask questions, putting it around the panel and we have a wee discussion about it, There's no rights, no wrongs. It's everybody's got their own opinion. And we've disagreed with each other on here many a night, So that's what it's all about. That's what you want, a wee bit of discourse, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about for me.
But it has to be said, and everybody agrees, everybody's not going to be happy with Dave King 100% of the time, that's for sure. He is he can be, and he comes across as sometimes quite a divisive character. But in my opinion, I just know when I go there and sit at Ibrox, I'm a very happy chappy.
I'm a wee bit like you with Umbridge. I dread to think had Dave King and the Three Bears no come in, I dread to think where we would be right now. I don't even think about it because it would be too horrific to sort of try and go down that path. For me, I was absolutely delighted when he came in and he took over, I have to say. I know, as I said, he's a bit of a divisive character with the Bears. But for me, I think when they first came in as Wellbridge, there was a lot of stuff in the background that they couldn't really tell, they couldn't talk about, they couldn't tell anybody about it. They were opening drawers and pulling all sorts of stuff out they didn't know anything about until they found it. And then, as somebody said earlier there was all the court cases where, I think it was Job said that, there was nothing to do with them, but they had to fight court cases and all that stuff. I think as time goes on, things will become more transparent when they can talk about stuff properly, you know what I mean? And they've got everything.
Well, let's hope so.
I think.
Because it's not, it can't be nice for the board themselves to find out there's people like that, like the caller who rightly doesn't believe. I'm saying that he's rightly he feels that Dave King hasn't put any money in, and the truth of the matter is, it was a genuine question. And here we're sitting here, Rangers Radio, and none of us could tell him how much the guy put.
No, because we didn't have the facts in front.
Exactly.
JC, that's 10:30, mate. Time for your bed, mate.
That's from one of the days.
Anyway, JC, what's on your mind apart from that about the team? What's happening at the club? Any thoughts, mate?
Well, I'm just hoping there's a wee clear at the end of the season, and hopefully we move on from there. Sign a few more players that are Rangers fans. That'd be nice. And maybe a new goalkeeper as well.
Wow, right. Not the first time
we can't clear it any more centre backs, can we?
But I think it'll be hard to find somebody who's as good as Foderingham, like that, up to that standard, because you might make a mistake by going for a goalkeeper.
Hey,
then
JC, I'll put a name forward to you, mate, that's every bit as good as he is. The boy McLaughlin at Hearts for me.
I thought about that myself,
He's a cracking goalkeeper, that boy, and he's out of contract as far as I know come the end of the season.
Yeah.
What about that boy Ibrox Loyal? You know,
I know he's.
Obadom wrists.
I'm sitting here.
Obadom wrists.
So what do you think? What do you think of McLaughlin then, Ibrox? What do you think of him?
His classmate is the best goalkeeper in the Scottish football, mate. Without a shadow of a doubt. I wonder where they go for me.
Whoa, one at a time. Well, Bazza, I'll come to you next, mate. On you go, Ibrox, and then we'll go to Bazza.
I'm just wondering where they got him for, mate, because they seem to have plucked him for absolutely nowhere, and he's come up here.
Google it, Ibrox. Google it.
I will Google it, mate. I will Google it.
Bazza?
That's what I was going to ask. Because he's 30, I was going to say, where's he came to?
Google it, Bazza.
Lower leagues in England.
I can't hear him on my phone, but I'm talking at the same time. I'm no multitasker.
What you saying, JC?
He played in the lower leagues of England for a few years.
Is he Scottish?
Aye.
Can I ask a goalkeeper? When I brought it up a couple of months ago that we could get a replacement for Foderingham, I would be looking internally, and I'd be looking at a young boy, Liam Kelly. I think he's a smashing goalkeeper, and our goalkeeping expert hopefully will be able to tell us what he thinks of young Liam Kelly, and has he got a future with Rangers? Because I'd really like him to get another shot at the Rangers first team.
Is Ford going to be playing Sunday, or is it going to be Alnwick?
No, Foderingham will be
Foderingham. It's got to be him, innit?
Is Alnwick the cup keeper, or is he just going to play Ford?
No happened all the time, is it?
Hopefully no, anyway. He needs to shave that beard off, man.
Look, see, as far as picking players for other sides, mate, if we no learnt our lesson, players that play decent for one season isn't good enough for Rangers. We need to start bringing in people that are good for 2 and 3 seasons at a time. We've made the mistake with O'Halloran and other players like that. They have one good season and everybody's shouting to sign them. And you know what happens, they come to Ibrox and they've had their good season, and we're left with them on 2 or 3 year contracts. Time to up the quality and look for players that are consistently good in a longer period of time for us.
You might get a start, but look at Andy Gorham, you know what I mean? He was a cricket player, wasn't he?
Well, he was playing with Hibs at the time, but I think he might have been an internationalist. George, would you make the point that Fox is staying? And I'll take it round the panel, go to JC next.
I agree with Fox, Ken, especially when you look at O'Halloran and other guys who are brought in. No, I think we've got if we want to, what Fox was saying earlier is bang on. We've got to start winning things. We've got to start getting in the Champions League. And going for guys for the league isn't going to get us in the Champions League. Bringing in the guys a backup, I'm all for that, Ox, and bringing in guys to strengthen the squad and things like that. But if, like you said, Ox, a couple of weeks ago there, we need 5 or 6 or maybe even 7 first-team players. That we're not going to find them in the Premier League in Scotland, Ox. We've got to be able to find these guys now. B. Murphy came to the Premier League in Scotland, but he's went down south and tried a bit down there and then came back up. I think that's where we've got to go. I think it's time to spend money now. It's no time to bring in all these guys, Andy Halliday and things like that. We've got to bring in actual quality. We need quality for to start looking for the win things and going for Champions League places. UEFA Cup's no good for us. We need to be in the first round of the UEFA Cup. We're going to end up being, like I said a couple of weeks ago, that's a nonsense for a team like Rangers. We should be in the Champions League and striving to get to the Champions League for Ox.
Yeah. JC, how did we get rid of these players? I mean, you could name them. O'Halloran, Forrester, Dodo. I forgot about him. He'll be coming back by the last I read in the media. But how did we get rid of him, mate? Because nobody's going to give him the wages they're getting at Ibrox.
We need to hire a good agent.
One at a time. Waz, just wait your turn and come to you, mate. No problem, mate. Come here after JC on it. Carry on, JC.
Need to hire a good agent to get them out. There's loads, honestly, to be chipped at, and the 15 or 14 players you're talking about, so it's going to be hard. Even just if we get like 8 or 9 of them out, then I suppose we'll just need to deal with the rest of loading them out for another season. But it's going to be hard work. I'm glad it's not my job.
Cardozo, Alves, maybe potentially as well.
Herrera.
Baza, and then we'll go to Rudy.
I think with Alves and Cardozo, I think they'll go pretty easily. I mean, Cardozo's 23 and supposedly he's got a big reputation in Portugal. Alves, he could go to bloody Syria or any of them, Qatar, whatever it is, or Middle East.
Syria.
No, they're in the Middle East, where all the money. No, Saudi Arabia or something where all the money is. As long as he doesn't get hit with a missile or something, you know what I mean? We're going to struggle to get rid of O'Halloran and get a 4-year contract. Just say he's on £7,000 a week. I mean, nobody's going to. Just say he goes to like a Premiership team. He's going to get a Hearts with £2,000 maximum or something, so he's not going to leave. Do you know what I mean? Andy Halliday and the Volk get contracts to 2020, didn't they? So they're not going to leave either for half the money. We'll need to pay them off.
Before I go to Rudy, can I just come in? Fox has got a theory on that about the contracts. He talks about it a lot, Fox. The length of the contracts, etc.
I don't know, I forgot, mate. Just leave me.
About no getting out long contracts. You're quite a fan of that, aren't you?
Well, I think it can work for you and work against you, but I would go for now a minimum of 2-year deals with a 2-year extension if you hack it at Ibrox, mate. This, as I say, there's too many players play for a season and then they're crap for the next 3 or 4-year contract. And we shouldn't be giving out 4-year contracts. We also stand to lose if we pick a gem up and we only have him for 2 years and he does, like Bates, mate, that he'll just move on to another club. That's the gamble you take, but you don't get caught with people who own 4-year contracts that you don't or can't get rid of. You need to take a gamble on players and pick them up. See now, we need to use the loan system better. We need to use out our contract players better and bring in the best quality out of them as well. There's no use Rangers taking 19-year-old boys who are in Arsenal's development squads. We're looking for players on the fringe of the first team that can't get a shot. Guys at 21, 22, 23, that's the sort of players we should be looking at instead of young boys and bringing them in, because they're never going to get into our first team anyway.
Rudy, sorry mate, we'll come to you next, and then we'll go to Bridgman.
I think in a way, I I don't really agree with Fox there, because I think if you're going to go down that route, you're going to struggle to bring quality players in. Quality players are not going to go for a 2-year contract in general, because they've got families, they've got bills to pay, they've got to think of their future, and that's what that's going to be their main consideration, and if you offer quality players 2-year contract, I think they just balk at that. I think you'd be wasting your time even talking to them, to be honest with you. You're talking there, you said 5 minutes ago that you want quality players. You don't want to be bothered looking at boys like McLaughlin at Hearts, for instance. That's fair enough. But you're not going to get them, you're talking about fringe players. We've done all this. We've already done all this. Fringe players, bringing players in short contracts. It didn't really work. We find ourselves now in the same position we did when Matt Warburton left, where we had a whole load of players we didn't think we could get ready. And funnily enough, that's one thing Pedro did manage to do, was get rid of a few of them, And we're in the same position now. There's easily 10 players that you could say has got to go in the summer. Easily 10 players. They free up enough.
What I'm saying, Rudy, is use your transfer budget to bring in 2 quality players.
Oh, I know.
If we've got 10 million to spend, look for 2 quality players at 5 million, and then supplement the squad with good loan signings, mate, that we can have for get our bench looking a bit better, etc. But no 19-year-olds, mate, for other clubs that are nowhere near their first team. You're looking for first teamers that can't get a game in their first team squad, mate, and bring them in for a year. Celtic have done it. They got Paddy Roberts, mate, on a 1.5-year deal, but he was good. Well, he's not as good to get into the Man City squad, but he was about their first team. That's what I'm talking about. They brought the young boy for Chelsea up there, made the same mistake as us, 19, too weak for the Premier Division, mate, no strength. We done it with Zellerlam, etc. We're looking for actually well-built 21, 22, 23-year-olds that can stand the rigours of Scottish Premiership, mate.
I agree with that. You need boys with a bit of experience as well, Fox, boys that can take a bit of the rough and tumble of Scottish football. They have to understand what it means to stick their foot in when it's required, you know what I mean? For me right now, the squad's pretty young, so it is, you take Alves and Kenny Miller out of the squad, we've got a fairly young squad, and a lot of them for me are a bit, they're pretty football players. And we were talking about this last week. We need more experience in the team, and we need, a couple of ball winners in the midfield, and with Bates gone now as well, we're going to have to be looking at the centre-back positions, because Martin and Alves, for me, don't cut it, So I agree with you. If you've got 10 million to spend, bring in real quality, couple of players that are real quality players. I agree with you there, Fox. Totally.
Can I come in on that, actually?
On you go, mate.
Just to say that I agree 100%. I actually agree with everybody says, because it's great to have this diverse stories going around. I've been saying it for a long time. You know what I'm like. I'm just shocking when it comes to it. We desperately need a middle defence, right? Central defence. We need them. We need 2 people. I wanted another 2 centre halves for this end of the season coming in, and Bates as well. So you've got a good, maybe even go for a 3-5-2 if you follow what I mean with Bates. I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm bitterly disappointed that young Bates is gone or is going. Exactly. I'm bitterly disappointed it's happening. I don't know what's happened in the negotiations, and I can only wish the boy good luck. I don't know, as I say, I don't know what's happened. So I'm not upset at Rangers, because obviously something's happened that they didn't like. But and it's disappointing to know you've been coming here, and this boy's, we've given him his chance, and he's done very well for us. So we could have started to build the defences round about that. But we need to buy in. The guys we've got, even if you think of Aidan Wilson and things like that in our team, they aren't there. So if you just think about it, we've let Danny Wilson go. And don't say Danny Wilson's the best player in the whole world by any stretch of the imagination. And then young Bates go. So we've not got anything for the 2 players. We never get any money for them. So they're going for nothing, and we need to spend money to bring someone in.
Is there a possibility? Is a possibility though, Bridge, that they weren't willing to give Bates the deal that he wanted?
Oh yes, that's absolutely possible. I've got no idea.
Mark Allen's got somebody else. Mark Allen might have somebody else. I think
you're right.
Mind, you know?
I think you'll be right.
You know,
I'm just disappointed at the way it's happened, because for the last 2 months I've been talking about. Well, they've been talking about them no talking, if you follow what I mean. And it's, I think even Oxtear intimated last night that there's talks been they're no agreed anything, but they're talking about talks, and it was ongoing, and something may happen quite soon. So there you go, it's happened. He's still got
on you go, Bazza, and then we'll go to Ibrox Loyal.
Cheers. See, Aidan Wilson that Bridge was talking about there, that's my wee bra's pal, right? And my wee bra says he's a flum. He's an effing animal, right? And I know he's been sent off a few times at Dumbarton, he's at Monty, isn't it? And I said, how good is he? And he's like, see, at school and all that. He was no bad, he was just a big kind of dirty player, you know? And I'm like, sounds good to me. Come back. But I remember he played that game at Pretoria, did you know? And I thought he looked pretty solid.
No, it was at Ibrox he played against him. He was arguably
one of the best. Ibrox? Aye.
In the back end of last season.
He's at learning his trade, didn't he? So get him back. You know what I mean?
I was actually pretty impressed with him that night, Ox, because I was sitting in the main stand, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't the young guys that let us down that night. It was 2-1, wasn't it? And it wasn't the young guys that let us down that night. I thought they played really well. Aidan Wilson and wee Bierman was on that night as well. I thought he had a good game.
He's disappeared well. Ibrox, and then we'll go back to young JC, the young team.
I know that obviously Bridge is always asking for the big 6'5", 6'6", stocky centre half.
Blonde.
What? Blonde? Why blonde? Aye. Took him out there, aye. But no, I know that we were scouting the boy Paul Huntington for down south 2 nights ago when he was playing, and apparently it was Mark Allen and another one of our new scouting staff that were doing watching him, and apparently get pretty good reviews. I'm not saying that's why they let Bates obviously go. They couldn't stop Bates from going right enough, but we are scouting other centre backs out there. And it may be in the sort of mould that maybe Bridgman's looking for, and hopefully we get something like that coming in for the start of next season, because I know Bridge has been looking for it for a few seasons now, so I'm sure if we can get somebody like that in for down south who's got the maturity of playing down there, because I think he's like 29 or 30, the centre half, and it could be along the lines of what Bridge is looking for, so...
No, I think we should try and poach Boyata.
Who?
No, I think we should try and poach Boyata.
Please tell me you're having a bubble.
JC, what else is on your mind, mate?
Well, Everett and Ibrox just said there, I was going to say, so...
Sorry,
he's about 6'3", that guy, so he's a fair height. The only bigger player's Harry Suter. I'd try and go for him when he goes back to Southampton, is it? I'd try and sign him. He's huge.
Is that
Derby or something like that?
Is he related to the Suter that's at my heart?
That's his brother. That's his brother, aye.
Twins.
He's 6'7" or something like that. A big boy.
Yeah, the boy at Ross County.
In there. He's on loan to Ross County. I think he's with Derby or something like that, you know.
Stoke City, isn't it? Stoke City.
Stoke City, right, he's with them. And by the way, Stoke City are a team of giants as well. Some really big players in there. So, I'd love to get him in.
Only because he's tall. Can he play?
Oh, he looks as if... I've seen a wee bit of him. I've only seen him in highlights. And what I've seen him when... I don't think he played against us. Did he play against us at Ibrox? I don't think so. But I saw the game when he played up in Ross County. He played not bad. He's not a bad player. He needs training and tutelage in the Rangers way. That's what I'm meaning. But my goodness gracious, we need somebody.
I think the trouble is now, Fox. We need about 4 centre backs.
Yeah, we do. Oh, I'd be quite happy, Oxchair.
You only need 2 good ones, mate.
That's it.
The
youngsters need to come in here. The youngsters need to come through. Aidan Wilson and company. These boys need to come through if they're going to be centre halves. They need to come into the first team area.
Sorry, Bridge, carry on.
No, you carry on, please.
It's an unusual position not to pick up injuries and suspension, so you'll not go through it.
Well,
you'll need at least.
That takes me back to what I'm saying. You bring in 2 decent centre-halves, use the loan system to get your 2 backup players, and then when they leave, mate, you've got money to spend on another 2 quality players. We've got to use the system to the best of our ability. At the new, it's a scattergun approach, of bringing in bulk players, 7 and 8 players at a time, and we find out we get 1 out of that, mate. That's not a long-term strategy for me. I think you've got to bring in quality. Spend all your transfer money on quality players, mate.
What about a quality manager, Fox?
Well, the quality manager will be who we can afford, mate, again. I hope we shove the boat out and get a decent appointment. But according to some of the rumours we've heard, I don't fancy a couple of them myself, mate, I don't think we're ready for an all-out attacking coach at this present time. I think we need a real manager in that can steady the ship. Like the boy that went to Kilmarnock, mate, they're not going to be a flair team, but you need somebody to organise this first. And once we get organised, maybe a year's time, if we don't lose as many goals, mate, we've got enough attackers in that squad to score us goals. But we need somebody that can organise us defensively.
Fazza?
I agree with that. You're talking about opinion and next manager.
Aye. What Fox is saying.
It's just a pure Saheed mess, isn't it? Like, I'm on the forums all the time. Like, who's out there? De Boer, Van Bronckhorst, Walnut, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't really seem to have an outstanding candidate, if you know what I mean. It's going to fit into us. And as King came out with a statement the other day, says we need immediate success. So, who the hell? Do you know what I mean? That's pressure, isn't it? Straight away, isn't it? So, I don't know.
I'm available, Bazzer, if the price is right. No chance, mate. I'll have you cutting up the oranges.
I'll take it, mate. I'll take it.
JC, any thoughts?
I was on mute there, sorry. I think on the manager thing, Frank de Boer's kind of similar to Warburton. He plays the same kind of tactics. I looked up in a video on YouTube. He's telling you in depth about all his tactics and how he plays and stuff like that. And he's definitely just like Warburton and how Wenger play. They play 4-3-3, and that doesn't work because your defence just ends up leaking goals, and it's not a style of football I want to see anywhere at Ibrox. It's time for a change.
He's set up, scored a lot of goals at Crystal Palace. How many was it?
0.
7 games there. Never scored a single goal.
Aye, interesting.
Would you prefer a British style manager, JC?
I would personally. On you go, JC.
I liked Warnock. I watched his documentary not long ago. It's Stuart McCauley's as his assistant manager. Cardiff, I think, maybe.
Sheffield United,
sorry.
I quite like the idea of Neil Warnock as well. I was saying that the other night, JC. He understands, he's got a wee affinity with the Rangers. He comes up here and goes to visit York and how he has a watch of the development squad and stuff like that, apparently. So, I think that's a good shout, to be honest. Neil Warnock.
He is the same age as Walter Smith now, so he's getting up there in age.
Yeah. He bags of experience, though. He's a no-nonsense type manager as well.
You think he's got a big enough name?
Well, for Scotland, I would think so, Bridge. I mean, you're talking about names. I mean, you don't.
No, I just mean stature. His name. He's got the name, stature.
Yeah. I mean, you could say the same thing about De Boer as well, though. I mean, De Boer won 4 titles, and I think he was the first Dutch manager to win 4 titles when he done it with Ajax, But then you look at what happened when he went to Inter, and then, when he went to England, and you think,
He's had a few hiccups, that's what I would say.
Aye, but if he
remember,
comes
he's a world-class player, absolutely
stonewall
world-class player, so...
I wouldn't mind him in the team. I wouldn't mind him in the team.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I look at the wee things. He's been a fabulous player. He's had a great career. He's had a good run as a manager in the Dutch leagues. Not so good in the sort of larger leagues in Italy and England. He's had a few hiccups there, but I think he would be really, really good for our league. And I think he's got a link with Rangers because he's played for us. So I think he would be a really big name. And I don't know if he's even interested. So I'm just saying these things. The Rangers would need to cut a deal, and he would hope that he would whatever he's getting off at Crystal Palace, similar to what do you call him, the tranny man across the city. Whoever it is, Liverpool is still paying his wages per se, and we could do the same with Frank de Boer and get a good deal off of him because they say Crystal Palace are paying a lot of his wages now.
Anyway, we've reached that time of the evening, and it's time for shout-outs. Bazza.
Aye, Trip's a brilliant show tonight. It's been a good debate. Everybody's got different opinions and that, which is healthy. It's healthy for the show as well, do you know what I mean? So, it's been good. And hopefully we'll maybe talk to you tomorrow night.
Always a pleasure, mate. Ibrox Loyal.
Just another fantastic show. Some really great points. Nice to hear some new callers with Jers JC, absolutely fantastic. First time call. Nice to hear Baz in
GC's been on before for the pub a few times, aye.
Oh well, my apologies, mate, my apologies. First time I've been on the show with them, mate, so it's been good to have you on the night. So
definitely.
The young team have taken over, that's good. That's good. Good to hear for you, Ibrox, mate. Rudy Bear. Part of the young team, for myself.
Shout out to you guys, actually. I'm not going to be about tomorrow night. I'm off tomorrow afternoon. So, enjoy the game. Let's hope we're on here on Monday singing the praises of Graham Murray and the team.
For the people I'm going out with the weekend, I just hope I'm on here Monday. George?
Enjoy your weekend, Docs.
I'll try.
Another great show with you guys. Good discussion. Always like to get a wee bit of support in for the board because I think they're doing a good job, but that's just my opinion, Ox. Well done, guys.
It's all about opinions, George. JC.
A shout out to Rangers Fans channel on YouTube. Young Ben. A shout out to him as well. Roll on Sunday, and hope everybody has a good weekend. We are the people.
You're here, young man.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call, mate. Much appreciated.
No problems. Cheers.
My shout out goes to the Plymouth True Blues, mate, who I'm hoping to visit come June. So, and to all the listeners, thank you very much for listening.
Yes, I hope to accompany in that visit, Fox. I'm looking forward to it. Bridgeman?
Well, what can I say? What a superb night tonight again. Good discussions, good callers. Fantastic stuff. Well done, everybody. It's been really good. But can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, looking forward. We've got to keep it going and keep it going for the Rangers because the Rangers are going to need it, for sure.
Can I thank everybody for calling? Very remiss of me not to catch a caller who phoned in with the Dave King question, his name in the lobby or what his name was. But thanks for the call, caller. Thanks to GC, thanks to Bazza, Ibrox Loyal, Bridgeman, Fox, George, and Rudy Bear, and also Big Alfie Australia. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night talking about all things Rangers between 9 and 11. And maybe tomorrow night we'll get to talk about the semi-final. Take it away, Fox.